Is that a sticker on you?
Hi guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. They call me the Diva.
I am Nicholas de Leon, and they call me Nikon Kid.
And together, apparently, we're Billiard Talk because you guys have been listening.
Yes, we are.
Nick, I got a couple of things I need to do right quick. I hear you've had some construction going on at your house.
I had a lot of
Is that the
construction going on in
rumor?
the house, so check it out. So if you guys don't all know yet.
Give us the tour while I upload some stuff.
Okay, I'll try to do this with a laptop. I'm normally with my phone. But as you can see, I got my Rasen, or we got our Rasen in finally. One of my sponsors. And as you can see here, I added my buddy Charles and I did a lot of work, and we added 2 floating shelves, one underneath our TV, as you can see, and then one here along our big wall. Of course, we're waiting to do everything else on the wall, but one step at a time. It was a lot of work. We pretty much nailed like 2x4s to the wall, and then cut 2x4s of like 8 inches or 6 inches. It was a lot of work. And we had them come out. Nailed like 2. And we did all that, do the separation. Then we built the frame. We built the top, the bottom, the sides, and then we sanded it down, painted it, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it turned out really good. The wife is very happy. So that's the new addition. Oh, and the pool light we built ourselves, but that was way beforehand. But
right, I saw you guys building that. You were working on that the last time.
Yeah, so we did a lot of extra construction, so I need to get back to practicing and doing everything that I need to be doing. But we had to take time out of our last couple of days to get that stuff done, and it pretty much worked out really good. So we're really happy with it, and I just hate having shelves, and you can see the brackets.
Right.
Oh, man, what's another way we could do this? And my buddy Charles and I came out with this idea, and we're like, hey, how about we just build the frame of it, and we'll do the 2x4, drill it, and then drill it down, and it's all set to go. So
fantastic. It looks amazing. I know she's relieved. She has to be.
Yeah, so now we have shelves to put like anything now. Like before we didn't have anything, so we're like using little like paint.
So I finally get my pool lessons. Is that what you're telling me?
Huh?
I said I finally get my pool lessons. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you get construction and pool lessons at this house.
I only have to clean afterwards.
Yes. We're not 100% perfect at it, but it came out good and it works out good. And
it looks nice. I'm excited. I know Dory is. How did Dory's tournament turn out this weekend before I jumped?
You know what? You know, my wife shocked the hell out of me this weekend. I told her, we're going in, just have some fun, get some experience, because she puts in a lot of work here on the table. Not just this table, but we have a bar table diamond in the garage. That's our friends as well, and we kind of like just pretty much share the tables.
Right.
And she was going out to this Vegas for the ladies event, and it's all handicapped, so it's like minimum races to 4, 7s to or max is 7, and it's alternate break, I want to say, and it's really tough because it's bar table. So, and there's a lot of tough women in there. Like Ray was there, Susan Williams was there, Justine that helps run it with Tim Daniels, was there. Asia, I mean, the list just goes on. Veronica, a lot of good women out here in Arizona showed up. I mean, I think we got like a total of like 37 women, I think, and like I think only 12 or 13 was from Vegas. So a lot of Arizonas came out, Jay as well, so I mean, there's just a lot of women, and I just told her, have fun and get the experience, and it was good. She won her first match, she lost her second match, I think Hill to Asia, and then she goes back on the loser bracket, and she has to play one more to make it into the final 2, and she pulls Savannah wins her match to play Dory. And they go hill, and it comes down to like the last like 5 balls on the table, of course. And my wife Dory got ball in hand with the 5 ball, and she was so excited to run out and everything. And she ended up not getting out, and Savannah got out to put her in day 2. But she came back on the second day, and it's a free entry fee for the women that don't make it to the second day.
Oh, cool.
$200 added. It's just something that they do. And
like a second chance tournament or something?
Yeah, pretty much. And she wins 2, loses 2. or something like that. But I mean, it was very, very impressive to watch her play and to see her out there, like always smiling, always, you know, always with that big smile on her face and everything. But a lot of experience. And plus, this is how well I know that she did so well, is not just being there and watching her, but her Fargo spiked 16 points.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't even know how that happened, but it spiked.
Sounds like somebody's a really good teacher.
Yeah, I try. I'm really tough on her just because she has to be tough on herself when she's out there. But
she's tough on you too, so it goes both ways.
Definitely, yes, she is definitely.
She told me that she made you do spot shots.
Yeah, she is very, very tough on me. Like, it's insane, but we did really good. We got back, you know, and like I said, we got the shelves done. Now I'm like getting back to practicing because I have my Predator series.
I was about to ask where you were heading next.
Yeah, we're Vegas on the 21st. The 23rd.
This month?
Yeah. This month. The 21st is we go to Vegas. The 23rd through the 26th is the Predator series, and then I got my invite to the World 10 Ball, which is the 28th through the 1st, and then I come back.
Or 28th through the 1st of
April, 1st of April.
Oh, okay.
And then I come back home, and I'm here for like a day and a half, and I fly out to Europe for the World 9 Ball.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So I'm pretty much gone for like 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. Well, I have some exciting news for you. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's do it.
April Larson took down the Scotty Townsend Memorial.
She did.
She did the women's event. She played like Jesus, if Jesus was a woman pool player.
That's
she
awesome.
She's phenomenal. She was awesome. She had a wonderful time. You could tell she was having a good time. There was Nicole Kenny was there, Melissa Smith, and we'll have Melissa Smith on our next podcast along with Brett Snowden, and they're going to talk about the Charlie Bryant experience and what it's like to be in on team Brutal Game Gear. So they'll give us a little insight on that next week. But she played phenomenal, and Alex Paguline took all 3 events. He took the 1 pocket event, the 10 ball mini, and he also took down the 9 ball event. Man, he was on fire. He was not missing.
It's so hard when that man is on fire. It's so hard to bet.
It was crazy. And we have our special guest tonight will be Justin Espinoza, and he took 3rd place in the 10 ball mini. So I feel like Justin played very well, but you know, he may have other words instead of that. But I'm going to roll some of the pictures that I took this past weekend over in West Monroe, Louisiana. So if you guys give me just a second, I'll roll that footage for you.
Let's go.
Well, apparently I'm having technical difficulties on my end. But it was a fantastic event. We had a couple of people that I had met in Meridian, Mississippi from Arkansas. Met Ryan, and also ran into Paul Roberts and Brad Wiest. I'm having a complete brain malfunction tonight.
Hey, you were out there the whole time.
I was out there from Friday until through till Monday. The event didn't end until early in the morning.
Well, did you get to see the Scott Frost and Alex One Pocket finals?
No, I did not. The One Pocket event was finished before I actually got there. I didn't arrive until around, I want to say 6:30, 7 o'clock Friday afternoon.
Okay.
When I got there, I checked into my hotel and I went back over to the venue. When I got there, there was nowhere to park. The only complaint I have about the arena is parking. There is not enough room for everyone to park. There's just not. So instead of going in, I went back to my hotel room, stayed there until about 9 o'clock at night, and then I went back in order for it to kind of thin out just a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you're planning on going to the arena during one of these major events, you might want to think about possibly Ubering from your hotel over and then Ubering back. It probably costs you about $10.
Yeah.
Each way. So, unless you've got somebody who's, and we all carpool, that would be another option. But like I said, that's the only complaint I had was the parking, which I had the same complaint the time before, which was during Scotty Townsend then as well. You have all of these out of town players and everybody drives. But with the gas prices right now, who knows? It might be cheaper to Uber.
Yeah, and Uber might be stopping.
So what's the gas prices looking like on your side of the country?
I think when I was on my way back from Vegas, I stopped once and I was filling up for $5.49. And then when I got here in Arizona, it was like another, it was like $4.70 or whatever when the last time I filled up.
It's ranging right up under $4 a gallon here. And it was under $4 a gallon there. Now, my rental car, since the war going on over in the Ukraine, or the conflict, as they call it, has caused the gas prices to go up. And that's going to affect our tournaments. People are not going to want to drive extremely far to some of these tournaments because the gas is so expensive.
Yeah, because it's costing you 3 times, 4 times the amount. You might as well just fly and Uber.
Right. So what
if
I did,
Uber is still open or Lyft is still open.
We never know what's going to happen.
They might close down because they don't. How are they going to afford the driving for $10 to go somewhere when it's going to cost you?
Right. They're going to have to increase their prices in order to stay afloat. Basically.
Yep.
Basically, what I did is when I got my rental car, I went ahead and opted to pay ahead of time and let them fill it up. Mm-hmm. And at that price, it was $3.58. So by the time I got home, it was $4 and something.
Jeez.
So I did the right thing. So while you're gone, if you go ahead and get a rental, opt for the gas option. Don't fill it up yourself because they're going to give you a flat rate. They're going to charge you whatever it costs to fill up, a 13-gallon tank, I guess, or a 15, whatever it costs.
Well, I don't know. I just know that when I'm in Europe, I'm definitely not getting a rental car because I'll probably drive on the wrong side of the road. And then too, Shane Bowling's advice was like, definitely have the Uber app. And I told him, if they still have Uber by the time we get out there.
Hopefully so. Either that or contact Raj Handal.
Yeah.
Say, no, I'll pay you if you drive me through London.
Yeah.
He can get him a
Or Mark White.
There you go. He can just be your driver for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm 7 minutes from the hotel. Just give me It's weird. I had to book a hotel for Europe. I had to book a hotel from the 4th through the 7th, and then I can just book from the 7th to the 11th at the venue where the World Dymo is being held.
So you did get a room at the venue.
Well, yeah, but not until the 7th. So when I come in on the 4th, I do 3 nights at one hotel, and then I have to come back because however they do their split whatever stuff, they weren't allowing the first time. It was limited timing or whatever, limited hotels or whatever for it, so they couldn't. So
okay, all right.
So
let's see, what else do we have to talk about? Actually, besides the increase in gas prices and wondering how our tournaments are going to fare, especially some of these that are a little further away, I want to give a big shout out to Deep Pockets. out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they have their Oklahoma Open going on right now. So, Mr. Bruce, you're being plugged now, sir.
Yeah.
Oklahoma Open deep pockets. And they are knee deep in some pros.
Yes.
I saw that list. It is massive.
And I just spoke to Carlo Beato today, and him and Superman were in the hot seat of the one
right.
pocket.
Yes, they are. Also, they had a Banks tournament, I believe. And I'm not sure what else is on that list. I'll have to take a peek at it. Also, Omega Billiards has their big tournament going on in Florida, and it's a hot one too. There's a lot of pros at that one. So when people left Scotty Townsend, they literally split in half. Some went north, some went south.
Yeah, and then also right after that, you have the Triple Crown too.
That's
like
right.
Everybody's there.
That's the one in Florida, right? That's the Omega event. That's the Omega sponsored event. I believe it's called the Triple Crown. I think.
Yeah,
yes,
it's the Triple Crown. Yes.
And then you have the Midwest Open coming up after that. I think directly after that. So it's going to be
ends on the 20th.
Unfortunately,
I won't be making any of these because I want to spend as much time with my family as possible before I leave.
Well, while you sit at home, I'm out there running myself ragged.
Well, thanks for getting the gray hair that I don't need right now.
But it was you did it for me, so it's my turn to get out here and do it for you, I guess.
All right, we'll switch back and forth.
I had a good time. The food was excellent. I'm a big salad person. They had a grilled chicken salad that was to die for. They also had steak tips, so their menu was a little diverse. It was a little different. Something about Louisiana, they want to feed you there. So their food was fantastic. I also went to a little Italian place up the street with Robert Jones and Shane Norwood tagged along for a quick bite to eat just to get out of the venue for a few minutes. And West Monroe is a cute little place to hang out. So wasn't disappointed. I had an eggplant parmesan, totally vegan, except for the cheese, obviously. But it was delicious. And we had a wonderful 4 days. I also got a chance to take care of some pictures that I took for my posted up apparel company that I've been trying to publicize, and it was a good time. We had a fantastic weekend. It was a long weekend, and we were all exhausted. Alex was in rare form as always, and like I said, April took it down with the charisma that is April, and it was a pleasure to see her play again. It was an honor. Hello, Penguin. How are you?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Morris says it takes 14 to fill up a semi I drive. Not a big change for us all. We feel for you, Morris, and we appreciate you guys being out there on the road delivering our food. I mean, if it weren't for you guys during COVID, we wouldn't have been able to get the numbers that we got. And we hope that this conflict that is going on with the Ukraine and Russia ends soon so that we all can get some peace. Right. Nobody wants to be in the middle of war, and it's really affecting our pool players and the world. You have Christina Track, you have Federer, and numerous other pool players that are not being able to work right now because of what's going on. So you guys keep everybody in your thoughts, and let's pray for peace.
Yes.
Let's pray for peace. Penguin says gas prices are high here in California. Penguin, I heard about you guys in California, and we do not envy you.
No. Are they over $10 yet?
I don't know. I'm sure it's close to $7.
I would just Uber right now until Uber decides to quit or up their prices.
It's crazy. Well, I'm going to get started here, and we're going to try to drag Mr. Espinoza in, and let's have a chat with Justin. Justin pulled off some great pool this weekend. He actually got third place in the 10-ball mini. He's been coming up pretty strong here lately, Nick. We're going to hear a lot about Mr. Espinoza here in the future, I believe.
That's good.
I do believe. Hopefully he didn't fall back asleep. The guy, I mean, like I said, it took me a couple of days. Those events are so long. I don't
It's
know
not that,
how you do it.
it's not that the shows are so long. It's just like the worst thing
sitting.
is no. The worst thing is like after the Texas Open. Excuse me. After the Texas Open, I had a break. Like these events, you're playing 4 or 5 days, and then you have 1 day to fly out and get there, and then you're starting another 4 or 5 days, and then you leave there, and then you're flying out to do another one, and then you have a couple days break to get to Vegas, and then that's it. Like you're there for the whole week. Like
Right.
I haven't really experienced that in a while where it was back to back, but I'm going to be experiencing it. In 2 weeks, I'll be doing Vegas and then the Europe. So I'll have to figure out the time change. I'm going a couple days early to Europe, but that's what drags is when you have back to back, you don't have no time to rest.
Well, I mean, just for me being a reporter, and taking photographs to go with my columns, I get tired from just the sitting. I mean, I enjoy the pool, absolutely enjoy it.
Yeah, but you like to sit.
Well, I mean, I like to see what's going on. If you've got a girl that's just sitting there chilling, these guys are going to come over and say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. You need minivan and high shoes.
No, that makes me a creeper. I did offer Justin candy. He just laughed at me. He said, "Go ask Chris."
Yeah. He's in town.
I hear he's hanging out in Arizona. That little stinker. Well, I'm gonna run some of the photographs that I got of Mr. Espinoza before we bring him on, and just like I said, Justin's on fire. He just doesn't know it yet. Let me run that footage on Mr. Espinoza.
All right, let's go.
How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good, champ. How are you? Straight shooter.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot about you, Nick.
Yeah, he shoots good. He
does. He plays a little bit. So how do you feel after your Scotty Townsend event, Justin?
Honestly, not too happy. I mean, I felt like I could have got better than top 32. I just made a couple of mistakes when I was playing this young European player, and it just didn't go too well.
Those Europeans are tough.
They play too good.
Yeah, Europeans.
But he got third in the 10-ball mini. Though.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, that helped pay for rent for next month, so I was happy. It played pretty juicy.
Hey, but that's good because Alex took first, right? Or
Yeah,
split it.
Well, yeah, they split it with Levan Cortez. I lost 7-4 to Levan Cortez. They split it.
Yeah.
But it was late when you guys finished, wasn't it?
Shit, I finished my match with him at like almost 2 in the morning.
Jeez.
These ran late. They didn't start the women's event until I think it was Saturday. Wasn't it at like 9 o'clock, 8?
Yeah, I think something around there. April won it. She plays really good.
It was really,
she
really
does.
late.
We got to see her in Texas.
Right. Yep. She's actually she moved down here.
Now I heard she was planning on moving there. I'm not sure if she actually finished her move or not. She said that that's what her plans were.
Yeah, she moved to Dallas, Texas, I believe. So we're going to be seeing her more often.
I thought her from what I heard is her and Chris roomed together.
Yes, Chris Reinhold. Yes.
Yeah.
Is he in Dallas?
I'm not so sure. I wish I could go. Are y'all going to Vegas? The Vegas Open?
Yeah. Why aren't you going?
I got to take care of some stuff back at home real quick. And
please hold. They opened it to 192 players.
Right. I know for sure. I'm gonna start playing more big tournaments now that I'm playing pool for a living. I quit my job about a month ago, but just trying to play like some of the local tournaments around here and save up a bankroll first, and then start chasing the big tournaments again.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
The golf hat. What's up with the golf hat?
Oh, you
play
got me,
pool?
big
Well,
dog.
no, but you play. Is it like a thing that you always just have with you and you have on, or is it like you just have multiple of the same hat?
No, I have only like 3 or 4 hats, but I don't like all the other hats I got, so I gotta reshop and probably buy some more hats. I
So you
just
go
like
to the
some of
golf
those.
instead of you go to the pool world for hats?
Right? I shop. I like to get golf clothes and sometimes and golf hats. I don't know, it's just
Okay, Hennessy.
it fits good. But I know you're right. I don't play much golf, but you got action and putt putt.
Hell no, I don't
I
know how
got
to
you,
fucking hit
Nick.
a ball.
We'll do doubles, man. We'll take you down.
I've never hit a ball in my life, but I swear you can get like 10 strokes playing Tiger Woods 2005 though.
No, I'm good. I'll pass.
Where's your next tournament, Justin?
I'm actually playing this handicap tournament this Saturday. It's a 1-day tournament in Waco. There's like 70 people signed up already. It's a tough tournament. Like I think me and somebody else goes to 9, and then everybody else goes to like 4, 6, 7, 8.
Bar table?
So 8-foot diamonds. I've won it before. It was tough, but I mean it pays really juicy. So
Good.
decided to play that this weekend instead. But
You're not playing with your pops this time?
what do you mean?
I thought you were playing with your dad at one time in a doubles tournament. It was a while back.
It must have been a while back. We haven't
It
played
was.
doubles in a while. I mean, nowadays they got all these Fargo cap tournaments, and
Right.
it's hard to
So tell us a little
make
bit
it
about
work.
yourself there, Justin. When did you start playing pool?
When I was about probably about 14 years old, and then I started taking it serious when I was probably like 18 or 19. But like I said, with your friend Hennessy too, he's my friend too, and I went on the road with him when I was 20, and then for almost a whole year, and then I came back, and he trained me trained me well, and I started doing pretty well in tournaments here and there, thanks to him and my dad, obviously.
I can tell some of the things that you do mimics some of the ways that John plays, and I can tell. I'm like,
Maybe.
it's
Right.
all over you. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not trying to play it slow anymore. I'm trying to pick up my pace and play a little faster.
You were playing pretty fast on Saturday when I was watching you play, and it was like you were in stroke. And then again on Sunday, you were playing very well. But it's like that time between, I want to say, between the time I left on Saturday, which was, I think I left at midnight, and I think you were still playing, if I'm not badly mistaken. You were still playing.
Yeah, because in the main tournament, I lost early and then won like 4 or 5 matches, and then I played till like 3 in the morning Saturday.
And that time that you had, and then we had to be back there at 10 o'clock the next day. Do you think that affected your performance? Do you think you just didn't get enough time to relax before the next day?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that because Nicholas knows we're all pool players, and when you go to a tournament, you're gonna average at least 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, especially if you're getting in action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're in action, you're true. Because I heard that Tony Chohan was in action when they came in the next morning playing
Right.
1,000 game one.
I don't think they ever went to bed.
Right.
Who cares about a tournament when you're up 21,000?
Yeah, no shit.
It was crazy. There was a lot of money floating around in that place.
No, there really was.
I mean, for God's sake, this is how I look at it. You get 12 players in the one pocket, and first or third place is guaranteed over 20,000. Or was it? No, sorry. Third place was guaranteed over 17 or whatever. Second was guaranteed over 25, and then Alex got like 32, 33,000 with the auction.
He swept all 3 events, and
but
it was crazy.
Just the one pocket. That's sick action.
Right.
It was crazy. Now, I think, Justin, you didn't come in until Thursday, right? You just came in for the 9-ball.
Yeah. I don't play one pocket. It's a game I definitely should learn. I just never played it. I always just laid out 9 balls or 10 balls and don't even break, and that's why my break sucks too, and it costs me a lot of matches sometimes. I got to start now that I'm playing pool for a living. I got to treat it like a real job, and I got to actually start putting in work and start breaking more and start playing more one pocket. And I just quit drinking again because, I was on a roll for a little bit 6 months ago. I quit drinking, and, I get second place at Shreveport, get second place at Junior Norris back to back out of like 128 players. And then boom, real life, sometimes makes you bummed out when you go through stuff. And I just started drinking again. But this is my 4th day sober again from not drinking. So it's time to hit that sober grind again.
You'll get there. You'll get there. It takes time.
Yeah, no, for sure. It does take time.
And, with all of us, we all slip. We all have some type of vice, or whatever. It took me, I quit smoking years ago, and I just cannot stand to be in an environment where they're smoking because you're constantly thinking about it. So when you're in a bar and you're trying to quit drinking, it's very difficult. So I try to surround myself with people who are not doing it.
No, for sure. And I'm trying to just quit for good, but you know what I mean? Like I know I can do it. It's just gonna be hard, but I know I can do it. So
do you have any advice for the young kids, the junior players that are coming up that you probably didn't get when you were 13, 14, 16?
Yeah, I mean stay in school, drug free, don't drink, and make time for pool too, even if you have a girlfriend.
Even if you have a girlfriend, there you go. Justin Penguin wants to know, when you start to lose your focus during a match, how do you overcome that and refocus?
Sometimes I'll go to the bathroom and pour water in my face, to tell you the truth. Sometimes that just helps me like regroup myself and try not to get as mad. I've noticed that sometimes I lose my anger sometimes when I'm drinking instead of playing sober. So that's another reason I want to get back on track too. When I'm playing sober, I always try to keep my composure as much as I can. But us pool players, I don't care if somebody says I've never showed emotion. That's a lie. Everybody's showed emotion at least once in their life playing a pool tournament, but I'm trying to be better.
I think we all do. We all beat ourselves up from one moment to the next. It just depends.
No, for sure. I'm just really hard on myself. That's all. But I'm learning to ease up a little bit because, we're still alive in this beautiful world. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Right. Nick, do you have any advice for Justin on that?
Man, how I say, even with the top pros, the top 20 players in the world, they're always there for one reason, is because they put in the work.
Exactly.
Like Trevor says in our interview, is that he's nervous when he goes and plays these guys, but he knows he's going to beat them because he outworks them.
Right.
And you don't put in the work, it's not going to show. And that's what Federer says, and even Alex in another interview, he says it's like you say you go out and practice, but how do you practice? Anybody can go out and throw balls on the table and hit balls. Not saying that's you, because you just said it, but what Alex said in his podcast is there's a certain way to practice and there's a certain way to hit balls. And, there's just, you have to put in the work. You have to work on what you dislike about your game, not what you already like about your game.
No, for sure. And that's why I want to start doing drills again and go back to the basics. But I've talked to Sky Woodward before, and he actually done the same thing I've done. He says he doesn't really do drills, and, it's not for everybody, but he said he did the same thing I did. Just lay out 9, 10 balls, try to run it out, and if you miss, start all over. So
that's just, it's different than working on your weaknesses. There might be a shot that you really hate.
Right.
If you shoot that 100 times, it might come up in a match and you might love it now, instead of going already negative thought to it. God damn it! And why did I get left this, or why did I leave myself this?
Oh no, for sure.
Larson said that too. She said that that Wilson told her to imagine you already made the ball, wheel the ball in the pocket.
Right. For sure. Visualize the ball going in the hole.
Visualization, right? It's like manifesting it.
No, that's right. Absolutely.
Do you have a regime prior to all of this going on right now with you, Justin? Did you have a pre-shot routine that you did prior to all of this? Like, did you have one day that you just dedicated to just breaking, or just practicing in general, or do you just get up there?
Yeah, that's my downfall. Like Nicholas was saying, we got to do drills and treat it like a real job. I just lay out 9 balls and just run out all the time.
That's it.
It's but I always leave myself a hard shot on the 1 ball first. Like I never get ball in hand and shoot an easy shot. Like I'm always shooting like on the rail or a hard shot on the one ball to get good shape on the two. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing drills. I'm gonna start breaking with my friend Noah Contreras. We might start get a brake rack and start breaking. Kevin Gumon's got one too, and I used it before, so I'm gonna get on that. And we got a shop. It's not my shop, but my steak horse shop, Gus, and he has a 9-foot Rasan in there, two of them actually, and I'm gonna start putting in the work.
I think you're gonna get there. I want to see that Justin Espinoza and big old
I hope so.
like Alex Pagula.
I hope so. If not, I'm gonna get a real job again in a couple of years.
Well, there you go. We're gonna threaten you with a real job, Justin.
Right. Hey, life is short. I don't care. I mean, I thought I've been making so far since I quit my job. I've been doing all right. So I mean, bills are paid and still got money I'm saving up little by little. So I think it's possible.
Right,
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. All you have to do is believe in yourself, and you got this, buddy. I'm telling you, you do.
Believe in yourself and don't listen to negative people, because
absolutely not.
I hear that all the time in the pool world. You're not gonna make it playing pool top 32 out of 150, but it's just not the old Justin. The old Justin, I was getting top 2 in big tournaments like this back like 6 months ago.
Secret. This is what I've learned in my 40-something years. Every day is a new beginning, and you're not the same person you were yesterday. So you can't live in the past. You have to look forward to the future, and you've got this.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna try.
I believe in
day before.
Yes, ma'am. And if not, I'm selling my cues, and I might give y'all a discount if you want them. Or then I'll probably go work in the oil rig or something, and then go back.
Just don't throw them out the window and then turn around and go back and get them later.
No. I'm just gonna throw them in the trash. It's all good.
You're busy, Justin. I just wanted to.
No, I appreciate it, man.
With you, and I appreciate you giving us the time that you did and being as honest as you are. A lot of the issue is people don't know that we do make mistakes, and we're human beings, and we're trying to do better. And trust me, you're playing a lot better than what you played the last time I saw you.
I appreciate that, man.
Bop in Texas, and you played really good at the Scotty Townsend. You're just not saying I'm saying. And sometimes it takes a cute little blonde to tell you so.
No, I feel you. No, you're right. I'm trying. Like I said, I thank you for letting me know that I'm playing all right now, but I just got to get back to the old Justin, and, I already feel good. 4th day sober. So, it's a baby step-by-step process.
Yeah, day by day.
Absolutely.
And then I'll get back to doing good.
You give me a call, buddy. I got you.
Yes, ma'am. I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you go because I know you're getting ready to do something, because it looks like you're in the pool scene.
Yeah, I'm actually just chilling outside here at Fast Eddie's embassy, just chilling with a friend.
Fast Eddie. So where is that, in Waco?
No, I'm actually here in San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
Can you tell everybody at Fast Eddie's that the Diva and the Nikon kids said hi?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Well, and don't go rock bottom, buddy. Stay with it.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. You too, man. You play really good.
Will do. Thanks, man.
All right, Justin. Well, we appreciate it, and I'll finish that article up for you and have that printed up for you by the end of the week, by the end of next week. So you be careful out there, and I'll see you soon. You need anything, you know where I'm at.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you all. I'll see y'all in the next tournament.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That was Justin Espinoza giving us a lowdown of Scotty Townsend. As you see, guys and gals, not everybody has that pretty picture of glory. Mr. Espinoza is trying to sober up just a little bit, and sometimes that takes some difficulty.
Yep, yes it does. But get back right on track. It's not easy, but you stick with it, and it's gonna come.
And he'll get there. We all do. It's just one of those things.
Yep.
All right. So, well, here you go, Nick. Here's a question for you. Morris was asking Justin, but I think you could answer this. So when you have a big tournament, how do you keep going without losing your jazz there, Nick? How do you do it?
It's very tough because you feel like that you're playing really good and then you're losing, or you're barely getting there, or whatnot. It's just you have that little bit to go to keep on going. Like you need that little fight in you. Yeah, you're a little down and everything, but you just regroup and just keep focus and work at one game at a time, one ball at a time, one break at a time, and the results will show. You just have to keep. That's why I mean, when you see all the Filipinos, I mean, they're always in that uppity mood, regardless if they're down in a set or they lost a set. Like it's hard because you see a lot of Americans are totally opposite. Not saying that it's a bad thing, but it's just that we hold ourselves to a different, not a different standard.
We're all on different levels.
Yeah, it's a different.
I think that if the United States treated billiards more as a sport and supported their players a little more, they would probably put forth the effort and not land themselves in these bars having issues. A lot of it is we are not supported. I mean, that's the bottom line. We don't have the support system of the government like the other places, like the other players do.
Yeah,
and it's sad, that we don't have that. And that's what I want for our junior players. I want our junior players to have a fighting chance.
Yeah, junior players are going to have to, they have a lot to learn coming up. And like I said, if they stay on the right track, everything's kind of going to unfold with them. You can look at April,
Right. She's getting out there and she's changing the way we are viewing pool in the women's division, and then you have Shane Wolford. You have Eric Roberts, and all of these people are on my side of the country. Unfortunately, I don't know that many people on your side of the country, but I'm sure you have several junior players out of your area that are up and coming, and it's putting in the work, and it's also not sheltering them from life. Don't shelter them from life, but guide them through life. We're supposed to be guides, not bullies.
Yeah, we have this great girl that I got to meet that played against my wife in Vegas, Savannah, and she's 10 years old. And man, like she has a bright future. Just keep her head on straight and keep the good things coming and stay out of the bad stuff. And she has a very bright future in this. And another one is Jinpow, I believe, out of Vegas as well. He's like 10 or 11 years old, and he's almost a 600 Fargo, player. And I mean, I wish I played that at that young age, but I was introduced to, which all of us are introduced before we learn pool, is we're introduced to baseball as a kid, football as a kid. Like we're not introduced pool. Like, yeah, you might go bowling or whatnot, but it's not like, hey, join this kind of thing for the for juniors. Oh, baseball, or I mean, I can't even tell you how many years I played baseball before I even touched the pool cue.
You played baseball, Nick?
I did.
You can hit a ball, really?
Yeah, first base and pitcher. Yeah,
pitcher.
I played all the way up until high school, and I just chose not to do anything because I fell in love with pool. That not just the money it brought him, but just the difficulty in the game, and that I was very good at it. And
you seem to be a natural on the table. Even Espinoza has a natural ability, and that's what I was watching while he was playing. I watched him, in Texas, and I did see him in Iron City when you were there as well. And then I watched him, at the Scotty Townsend, and he does have a natural ability to see things that your normal player like myself that has to work much harder at certain things, especially angles, and the jump shots seem to come natural for him. Him having a James Henshaw jump cue probably helps.
Yeah, I mean, but also it's like you're given a gift and you don't know what it is. And like you could be like, for instance, there's only one Tom Brady. There's not going to be ever a Tom Brady, right?
There's only one Nicholas DeLeon, and there'll never be another.
But I'm just saying, like in pool, you get to see you're going to have many players in all areas of range, but you were born with that skill level to play pool, and that's why you have all these champions that are champions.
Absolutely.
Like not anybody. Yeah, it just there's more to it than just like like, I mean, like, it's different with Shane Van Boening because his grandpa and grandma, you know, were champions on
He
top
was
of
cultured
it.
in the environment.
Correct. But I mean, he had, I mean, it was running in his DNA. It's almost like
Right.
Dory with being a Filipino, right?
It's like, Dory, it's natural for you, son.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, doll.
Yeah. So it's just that you'll know, like, if you're going to be a great football player, you're going to be a great basketball player, baseball, tennis, whatever it is, you know. But, you know, you just have so much more with these players that we wish that we can get more out of and make it big, like the sports that we always just talk about. And
I think we'll get there as long as we're honest with ourselves. For one, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to break away from that mentality. Once you get on the table, you're not always going to be able to run the perfect game.
No,
but you strive to play the perfect game, and doing so, that puts a lot of pressure on you. It really does. And some can't take it because they expect you to play like a champion.
Yeah.
Just like at the Moscone Cup and the issues that Reinhold was, the comments he was getting from.
Well, of course, I mean, you're gonna have
Yeah.
the people that are keyboard. They're the monsters of the keyboard. You know, like, it's just that, yeah, people are gonna have bad moments. People are, I mean, shoot, I go, you think, you know, Tom Brady's never threw an interception? You know, it just everybody misses and everybody does miss. Like, for instance, Ocean, when he's winning everything, man, I think the guy's a robot. Like, I don't even think he's human, something, right? Because he plays so perfection of pool. But this last event that just happened in Europe, the PLP, man, you got to see the glut of him. Like, you got to see the frustration out of him. You got to see, I mean, he was missing balls that he's just like, how does that not go in? Like the face shocking the world. So when you guys are out there playing and you guys are running out and you guys miss a 9-ball or you miss the 8-ball or whatever happens, just think back. Ocean misses, Shane misses, Alex misses.
There were a few players that missed a couple of, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Filler in the finals. Yeah, Filler in the finals. He missed a 2-foot 7-ball in the corner pocket.
Right.
Everybody misses, and it's just that if you can bring
the recovery from it, we have to learn how to recover from it in a healthy manner in order to keep playing.
And that's where the champions become champions, and that's where it separates the boys from the men. Is that the people that are frustrated still over that missed 9-ball are going to lose that whole entire set because of it, because they're upset with it. But the champions, the men, oversee it, and they get another opportunity, and they attack it. They don't get the opportunity to go, oh, my God, I would be up right now if it wasn't for this. It's not about that. It's about you staying focused and composed, and you think everybody misses. I mean, I've seen it in Derby multiple times. I told the story. Jason Shaw and Omar were playing. Jason Shaw goes on a break and run 5 win streak or whatever. He's on hill. Omar's on 1. Shaw breaks, scratches, and the next time you know it, Omar is breaking 7-8. So Shaw's been sitting in his chair the whole entire time.
Right.
And he breaks, he's running out, and he gets bad on a 6-ball, and it costs him the set. But just that turnaround. But if he had that mental part going, oh my God, did I miss that 8-ball? And that's why Shaw's on the hill. Like, he would have even never got to 7, let alone probably past 4.
Right.
It's just the mental part of your
game. Very similar with the Shane Wolford and his opponent when he missed that ball. He was right there. We were both you and I were both thinking the same thing. Oh man, you know, this is it. You know, Shane's, you know, because they were, what were they, heel?
Yeah, they were heel, and he missed the guy misses the 8-ball to beat Shane Wolf, and he hung it.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like a very tough shot. It was just the lack of focus for the other player, in my opinion.
Right. And Shane was in awe. He was like, "What? You missed? Okay."
Right. Yeah. But I mean,
it's the difference between it's the mental game, I think, that the Americans lack. Our mental game is not up to par like it is with the Europeans and some of the players from around the world. Yes. John Mora, he has a different mentality as well. It's very similar to the Americans, but it's still slightly better.
I mean, John, that mental part of the game probably has helped out a lot when he was in Canada playing tournaments against Alex a lot, right?
Right.
You know,
I mean, you have to. You have to hold it
champions.
together. You
Yeah.
have to hold it together. I was telling a gentleman before that because I do sit and I take in the atmosphere and I get to know the players, I can feel a vibe off each one of you when you're playing. And one of the players over at the hot seat tournament was sitting next to me, and I told him, I said, one of my favorite things to do is analyze the players. And he was like, well, I wish somebody would analyze me because my break is crap right now. I was like, what were you thinking before you walked through the door? He said, what do you mean? I said, the main problem that most of these people have, and this is what I try to tell the spouses of players, don't irritate the player before they go in to play. If you've got a problem, it can wait until after the tournament. Don't argue with a player right before they have to play. And reason being is because you're going to carry that into your match. Even if it's not in the pool room and you're having difficulties outside of your arena, which is the pool room. If you're having issues, a lot of people don't know how to just shut that off when you walk through the pool room. Mm-hmm. And if you cannot get rid of that before you walk in the pool room, you'll carry it throughout your game. It will show in your break, and it will also show in your missed shots because you will get frustrated and you're still feeding off of whatever happened before you walked into that door. And then it's just
when you start missing, then your confidence, your mental game,
everything is gone. Right.
It's gone. Always go into your tournament clear-minded, shut off your phone or put your phone away. I turn off my iWatch.
I've never seen you with your phone unless you're not playing or if Dory is like in travel somewhere. I've never seen you on your phone ever.
No, I'm like, I put my phone away, especially at big tournaments. Little tournaments, I might, mess around, but a lot of the tournaments, I turn off my iWatch, especially when I'm playing, because you don't want to play and it's vibrating when you're mid-stroke, so it doesn't really do any good for you. But you clear mind, don't get me wrong, if there's an emergency, somebody will come and find you.
Absolutely, especially at a tournament. Everybody knows everybody's business.
It's not, trust me, I've been in places where I've had people come up to me I didn't even know, and they're like, hey, you need to call so-and-so right now. And I'm like, okay, but it's happened. But they'll find you, and they'll find you if your phone is not like in your hand.
So Penguin says she has some questions for Nick.
I'm ready. Let's go. Shoot. I'll see if I can answer the 60 second questionnaire.
Well, I will be traveling hopefully to West Palm Beach at the beginning of April for an event down there at a pool room. So I don't have all of the information yet, but it was submitted to me earlier this month. Also, I will hopefully, fingers crossed, be attending the Shane Mcmahon versus Chris Reinhold challenge match in Ohio. It's only about 7.5 hours from here, so I'm hoping that I can talk Alice Olinger into giving me a little tiny chair to sit in somewhere in that place.
That's weird because that's the same time as the expo.
Is it?
Yeah, expo's from like the 16th through the 24th.
Yeah, this one is at the end of the month. It's at the end of April. I think it's like the 22nd or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's right in the middle, so they're not planning on going.
I guess not. But hopefully that's what I plan on doing. And
I might go then.
Well, you should. Actually, we did get one photograph of Corey. One.
That's it?
That's it.
We have a week left. We have 2 weeks left, right? One more week.
Yes, left. the 15th is the cutoff date. We will contact Action 24/7 with that photo, and we will send that. We will get in touch with that particular individual, and then we will send that information over to Action 24/7 for their free gear.
Then, on the 16th, which is our next podcast, we will announce the next player.
Yes.
To be
It doesn't have to be a player though. It could be a promoter.
Oh no. Okay, player,
A
person,
knit.
somebody in the Mr. Knit, somebody in the pool community.
It could be
so
anybody.
stay tuned because I hear a lot of people will be in Vegas in a couple weeks. It will be
we
easy.
can get pictures of each other.
I'm telling you, if this was me and I'm going to be in Vegas next week, oh my God, am I going to get some embarrassing photos of the person that I'm doing it with?
So we'll have to figure out who we're going to pick then. We'll have to
Yes.
have a meeting.
Yes. Is Penguin still on? You know who we're missing?
Who? Oh, Corey.
Corby. Where the hell is this guy?
Who knows? He's
Did he go
lost.
jump off a cliff or something? Because
It's a
this is not
possibility.
right. He's never missed a podcast.
Never.
He's never missed a podcast.
It's very
since we
strange
started.
that he has missed a podcast. But I did give away. This is what I did while I was in West Monroe. I
That's
went
not
live so that I could film some of the people that were on the other side of the tournament. Pool Action TV had a small arena, but I thought, well, you know, a lot of these players are not going to be on the live stream, so let me see what I can do. Well, my phone decided it was going to be fine on Saturday. Of course, on Sunday, not happening. So I got a little bit of footage from some of the players while we were there, and what I decided to do was give away some Action 24/7 stickers and patches. So what I did is I pulled out some questions about some of my old articles, and one of them was, where did the Diva first meet Nick DeLeon? It took him a while.
Did they?
Yes.
Man, they don't read articles. They don't go online. Man, are you in the boondocks?
So I'm like, you guys are going to have to start reading some of this stuff. I mean, because Nick and I are going to try to give away patches and stickers. So any of you sponsors out there, any of you apparel people that are making racks,
Jam up, anybody.
Jam up the apparel. If you guys have patches or stickers that we can give away to promote your brand, just give them to me or Nick DeLeon, and then we'll have little trivia during our feeds when we're on location, and we'll give away some stuff.
Yes.
I had a good time. I gave away 3
and we'll do pictures. Who guessed, and we'll have a question and what they said. And so, I mean, we can prepare everybody to get into that.
Right. So we're kind of inching in there, guys. So if you guys have any ideas on what we could do to get you guys more involved, we would love to hear any responses and any recommendations. You know, we're wide open here. We're doing this for you guys. You know, we're trying to bring you the information that you want to know. Let's see. Penguin has this question for you, Nick. How do you prep for a tourney from the emotional practice and dealing with regular life as you look forward to a tournament? NFL teams watch videos of teams they come up against. Do you do that?
Well, lately it's been really tough because I was out of town for a while and I was coming back, and there's all these big events coming up, and I have to set aside time of my pool to spend time with my family, my wife, my 3 kids. And I have a supportive wife, so that helps me out a lot. That helps me with practice. That helps me with going to events. So what I do is once I get into this area of our chamber.
Well, that's the reason why she bought you a table, Nick.
Yeah. So when I'm here, when I'm ready to practice, my mind is clear. I literally put my phone on the side. I turn off my iWatch. I fully go into practice mode. Like I work 2 hours on something else. I work 2 hours on something else. And I work 2 hours on something else.
Sorry,
whether
guys,
I execute it 100% or I only execute it 50% of the time. But it's just staying focused on what you're doing and not losing the focus and like deviating from it. Like lately that's been happening to me because I've been doing the projects, I've been doing the family, and I've been coming down to practice. And I'm like, man, why isn't this not working?
Right.
So I kind of get back in that routine. Like, so I prepare. I'll go on. I'll watch some videos. Like for instance, the Terminator. If you guys haven't seen, Go to his YouTube
He
page.
has some of the best videos
Yes,
ever.
go to his Facebook page. He does some amazing stuff. Also with Darren Appleton as well. Him and Darren Appleton do some incredible videos that will help out your game. And don't look at it as in you need to finish the drill right away. Get used to the drill, get used to what it's doing and what you're supposed to be doing. And then once you're used to it and your mindset's for it, then you can expect your expectations. But just don't go into it going, oh, I'm going to nail this right away. And then you can't even get past 2 balls or 3 balls. Like baby steps to get to the goal.
Right. Familiarize yourself with the videos first and then the techniques, because the techniques can be tricky. They may look easy in the beginning, but for you to get yourself used to doing something repetitively like that, it takes time.
I have some drill shots that I've had some great players send over to me, and I'm grateful for their help. And I look up to them. I look up to how they play and where they were and where they are. So I appreciate the help coming from a lot of the top players and helping me out. So I like to do the same thing as well. So it's just, you got to put in the work. You might not like the day that you're practicing. You might hate yourself, but I mean, if you stick to the 2 hours, something else, and then take a little break, 2 hours for something else, and then take a break, 2 hours, something. That's what I do. I break it down to at least 10 hours of practice per day.
So you're not just practicing the full time. See, my problem was, and that's probably the reason why I got burned out, was I would go in and practice the shots that Hennessy gave me, and I would practice them for like hours. I would keep doing it and keep doing it, and I would get more annoyed and more annoyed.
Well,
and then I'd be like, I'm done.
No, you just need to refresh. Like, for instance, like I'll go outside, I'll go for a walk, or I'll sit down and I'll eat and watch a little TV for like 10 or 15 minutes, then I'll go back, refresh, get back in,
Yeah, but see, you're at home. I'm in a pool room. I don't want to leave.
Same thing with the pool room. They have TVs, right? You can eat something, relax, clear your mind, and then when you're
Have you met me? People are not going to leave me alone in a pool room.
I understand. That's why I hate doing lessons in the pool halls. No, just kidding. But that's just one of the things that I've done, that whether I was in a pool hall or since I'm at home now practicing, but you just have to be able to focus and you have to put your time in. You can't slack off. You have to give it 110%. Work on the stuff you don't like. Like me, that's the first thing I try to do is work on the stuff that I dislike. I'll have my normal pre-drill routines to kind of get my eyes adjusted and, kind of get awaken up to play some pool. And then I'll go from there and I'll do my 2 hours, take a break, 2 hours, take a break, 2 hours, take a break. But really, I'm doing like 10 hours of practice.
Interesting. I would have never thought that. What else do you do for fun, Nick, besides play pool?
Oh,
do you play video games? Do you look for Pokemon?
No. I'm like I said, I'm family at heart. Family comes first. So anytime
I'll let you in on a little secret about me.
Yeah.
I used to be in a band.
Oh, damn. Okay. So I love to fish, and that was my first thing. Like I took a break from pool for a while because one, I never got the support. I never had what I have now to ever think about going further in the pool world, even though I knew that I have what it takes to get there and to see, I want to be able to compete, see where I can go with it, and Dory does that for me, and she does an amazing job, and she's the best woman in the world. But I love to fish, and I bass fish, and like I went out with Scott Frost, I went out with my buddy Chris Adams, I went out with a couple other people, but I love being on the water in a way. It's like a clear mind, and I think that's one reason why Shane likes it so much.
I think so.
It's not only that he probably grew up with it, but
it's a relaxing. It takes you out of the whole billiard mentality. You can do something different, and you can tell the look on Shane's face when he pulls a fish out of the water.
He is like,
it's priceless.
Yes,
it's like he just saw his firstborn child born.
Yeah,
he is so excited. I love it.
So for me, it's like, so my dad's no longer here. He passed in 2008, and my dad loved night fishing. And so for the longest time, I'd go night fishing. I go night fishing because it was like another way for me to like remember my dad and like have that moment out there where just like it's all relaxed. It's just the water. You hear the waves. You know, you're in the nature and everything. And that's why I kind of fell in love with fishing. And then I took a break from pool, and then I come back and I'm like, man, I really love pool instead. Like, and I really haven't picked up my fishing rods since I actually met Dory. And so it's probably been like 2 going on 3 years.
You may actually like it.
And I'm telling you, she made fun of me on my first date when she's like, hey, so what else do you do? And I go fishing. She's like, oh, fishing? I go, yeah. I go fishing. I can catch and release. I could do it for hours. She's all, you throw it back? Right?
We're eating that.
And she's all, my hometown? We're cutting what you keep. I'm like, I throw it back, and she's all, and she laughs at me. And I'm like, why are you laughing at me? She's all, you don't throw back fish. You catch it, you eat it. And I'm like, I go, it's a sport. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah. But I'll put it out there. Here's something that a lot of people don't know about me. One of my sponsors used to be a bowling league, and they're no longer a bowling. Yes, they're no longer a league. They might be starting back up, but by the end of when I was done bowling with them, I was a 215 average in bowling. And I took a break there to bowl, to get away from pool, and then come back.
You guys and your balls, I swear.
I'm telling you.
You play tennis too, golf.
So
croquet.
Yes. Oh, I crochet a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's interesting because I didn't know that about you, and we were supposed to know a little bit about each other. But yeah. I was in a band for a little while.
You play the drums, right? You annoy everybody?
No. And I've recorded a couple of songs, just one that I kept. I didn't really like the other ones, and it was a good time. That was my 20s and my early 30s. I enjoyed it. It's probably the reason why I'm not afraid to talk to people, and I just walk out there in the middle of people, just start talking.
Well, hey, you know.
That's the reason why they call me the Diva, I guess. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is there any more questions?
She says she loves fishing too. However, I found that I do not like raccoons so much who chase you down with the fishing call.
Yeah, that's why you bring a BB gun.
Oh my gosh, violence.
Hey, I'm just kidding. Or a paintball gun. I'm just saying, man, you steal my fish?
My goodness. Oh my gosh. Speaking of extracurricular activities, do your children play pool at all?
They got into it a little bit. Maybe I wouldn't say, maybe if they've seen or watched more dad playing in the years than not.
Maybe now that you have the table and you're going to be home for a little bit, maybe they might become interested. My boys, I deliberately kept them away from it because of the road that I was going down at the time before I got cancer. You know, I was in the same boat as Justin Espinoza there for a little bit. So I'm not afraid to divulge. You know, here I'm going to go ahead and be a little bit vulnerable here for you guys. A lot of the reason why I stopped playing pool on a regular basis was because of the environment. I got caught up in the drinking and the partying and the being out all night. And it's not good for people. And it definitely wasn't good for me. So I ended up having a stroke. I ended up with diabetes. I ended up with a massive drinking problem. And I got cancer all at the same time. So I decided that the doctor walked in and said, you know, you have two choices. You either go ahead and write out your will or decide you want to live. I give you 6 months. And that was 8 years ago.
That's awesome.
So I decided, you know what? It wasn't worth it. Pool just was not worth me losing my life and not seeing my children graduate from high school.
Right.
So I stopped doing it. And you know what it did for me? It lit a fire under me because I missed it so much, but I didn't miss what it did to me.
Correct.
I missed the game itself.
Yes.
So I ended up picking up a pen and a notepad and started writing down all those stories that I had accumulated during those years that I was playing pool, the ones that I could remember. And it went from there. So I don't think pool's a bad thing. I think it's whatever it is you want to make of it.
And it's represented a lot better these days than it was back then.
Than it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Even 30 years ago. You know, a lot of us didn't make it. You have people like Genki.
And then Emily with Matchroom and Predator and CSI, they're doing big things. They're doing great things. And then
things are getting better. We don't have to hustle. We don't have to grind as much as we had to back then.
Oh, true. And then all these other pool rooms around the world are jumping on board and adding money and everything, you know. So we appreciate all you guys.
Absolutely.
And if
so
you guys
not everybody has a bad story. And that's what I'm getting at. You know, there is a success story, and I am fully behind Justin.
Yeah.
You know, I've been there. I know what it's like, and I know he can beat this. I beat it, and I know he can too.
No, that's great. I've saw all of it growing up in the pool world. I've been in a pool hall since I was 15 years old. And I told myself by watching and seeing what I saw, and I just stayed clear of it. I don't know if I had, God on my shoulder or whatnot, but I don't know what it was, but I never got into the drinking and never got into the drugs, smoking, anything. So, I'll tell you what, even on my 21st birthday, I made sure I didn't go to the pool hall because all my friends that were drinking and like every night, they're like, "Oh, we have shots lined up for you. Come on down." I'm like, "No, thank you." I go, "It's not my cup of tea." I go, "I'll sit here and watch a movie on my birthday. I don't care." But that's how it was. Like I just saw too much of the negativity and the way it turned people. And I just said I would never be that way. And I mean, still to this day, when I see people other than people I've known for years, I'm like, "Sir or ma'am," like that's how I was, brought up, and that's how I, and
in order to change your life and in order to get yourself back on track, you have to separate yourself from the things that are causing you to suffer or things that are dragging you down. And I've never been a follower, and I knew then that wasn't my place. So, I just needed that shove, I guess. It's like, here, you have no choice now.
Right.
And I'm in a better place for it. I mean, look what happened. I met you.
No, it's great.
I worked for Inside Pool Magazine as a writer instead of somebody behind the scenes. So,
if it wasn't for you doing this, what the hell are you looking for?
Oh, my money.
I'm like, what do you need? What do you need?
Change.
The change for what? I go, I emptied that machine last night. that had nothing in it. I took all the Snickers, the Skittles.
That was you. It was you that stole all the candy out of the machine.
Yeah, the chips. I did that night before because Scott was playing 1,000 a game, one pocket, giving up like 12-4 or something stupid. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, we'll sit here." And so we're all hungry. I go, "Guys, I'll be right back." I get ones, I empty. I bring out a whole thing, and everyone's like, "What?" I go, "Are we sitting here? The food, they're closed. The food place is closed, so we can't eat. So this is all we got." So I think I dumped like $15 in worth of stuff. And then the next day, I hear you with my big old ears that Melinda Mike would say. I'm ordering him some damn ears. But you're going through your purse or whatever. I'm like, "What the hell are you looking for?" And she's like, "I need some change for the vending machine." My vending machine.
I was looking for Hennessy. I didn't have any change.
I got you.
You and your weirdo pool case. I'm sitting here thinking, what are you doing?
Thinking of high chews just came out of my bag.
But yeah, that's probably the hardest thing I do right now is high chews.
Yeah, high chews. That's the crack candy there. All right, what's her question?
All right, Nick, from a professional player's viewpoint, what things can pool rooms and fans do to help keep pool growing and moving in a better direction? Publicity. We have to keep these tournaments going. We have to find fantastic venues and places that are dead center around all of you guys.
Yeah.
So it's easier for you guys to get to, and it doesn't cost you a mountain of money.
Yeah.
That's from what I'm hearing from all of the pool players, that's what they want. They want higher they want the payouts to be a little higher. They don't mind the high entry fees. They don't.
No, of course not. No, of course not. We don't. But we need the fans in order for that pool room or for match room or for Predator, right, to continue what they're doing. You need the pool fans. So in order to get the pool fans, I feel that you just need to present pool at a professional level and not degrade it at any point in time. And all the pool players need to start dressing and acting professional. I'm not saying you have to wear a suit and tie like the snooker, but don't come in all like raggedy out. Like if you're going to a big event, like you make it a dress code. Okay, have to have black shoes, jeans, polo, whatever, or even
Shane
jersey.
Wolford walked in that place dressed to the nine.
Yeah, and when we were in Texas Open, I felt like I think like me, a handful of players, me, Shane Wolford, and everything were in slacks and our jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like you have to be able to present yourself in a way that, regardless if your sponsors are there or you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's there. You know, you might immediately get another stake horse. You might get another person that wants to sponsor you. You don't know, but if you go in there with flip-flops and, holes in your shorts and a T-shirt and you're ready to play some pool, I just feel that if you present yourself and represent pool and make
so
it
that
more
people take you a little more seriously.
Yes.
As a professional.
How about this? Isn't all the ladies event dress? They have a dress code. Every ladies event, they have a dress code.
Now I know Melissa Smith and April Larson had on their jerseys. With Melissa was dressed to go to work.
But all the professional events is what I'm saying. All the underground like pool halls, there normally is not a dress code.
No, the pool halls are not. But when you go to these bigger events like Derby City, they were all dressed.
But that's what I'm saying is that just because it's Derby and not Oklahoma,
right?
Oklahoma in the flyer, you can make the extra step and say, hey, there is a dress code at this event. So we just look more professional,
right,
than just the average Joe,
right?
In my opinion,
I don't think many of the pool community would complain about it. But I mean, the thing is they're in a bar. That's their mentality. I
totally understand it. I totally understand it, but don't get me wrong. A weekly tournament is different than these big tournaments that are going on, right?
Absolutely.
So so I'll wear my sponsor shirt or whatever. But if I have a big event at say Oklahoma or the Triple Crown, I'm walking in there slacks, shoes, my hair done. I'm full on, like, regardless if I play horrible that day or if I play awesome, I am presenting that I'm a professional player at that level.
Well, for me, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the players. I'm trying to figure out what it is that they need from the fans itself. Me being a fan myself, I don't mind buying T-shirts from the events or T-shirts from the vendors. I try to give back as much as I possibly can. I try to eat in the venues itself. I try to make sure the waitresses are tipped as well as I possibly can.
Yep.
And these room owners are doing the best that they can. Not only are they struggling, some of them, but they're doing the best that they can to cater to each and every one. But, unfortunately, you can't make everybody happy. So you just do what you can. Yeah. So for the fans, we cannot stop buying streams. We cannot stop buying T-shirts and gloves and chalk and cues. We have to continue to do that. We have to continue going to these events if we are close enough to go. Go and talk to Sky Woodward. He's a very sweet man. He's a very kind person, and he will sit down and sign your T-shirt, sign your photographs. By the way, I take photographs, people. If you need photographs of players, you ask me. we're all out here trying to keep the sport alive. And it's us small business people, like the magazine owners, the photographers, the writers, the apparel people, the people that are making the racks, the people that make the tables. All of these people are putting out products for the fans to buy and for the venues to take. And it's just, for right now, we need to stop looking at these major chains. These major chains are hurting us as small business owners. And unfortunately, places like these bigger chains are not carrying pool supplies. So we're kind of fortunate that, we kind of are forced to buy from small businesses. But we need to keep doing that. We need to keep supporting each other. And for once, let's stop bad-mouthing each other and learn to play together.
Yes. Play nice together, share together. Like, it all comes together. Whether the hardest thing for the pool world is overlapping events.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that.
Correct. No, we can't.
And as long as they're separated, then I see no problem with it. Like Oklahoma and Omega's event down in Florida, it's very widespread apart. That I don't see an issue with. But you're talking about these major events like the Predator events.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general, I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but I mean, you guys already know how much I appreciate everybody.
I love the fans. I love the vendors and all of the pool rooms. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even have anything here in the United States.
No, of course not. And
I'm very thankful for
for
all of y'all. For all of you.
We just need it to be more professional thing than just going out and playing pool.
Well, I'm hoping with the World Games coming up in Birmingham that Shane Van Boning and Jennifer Beretta put on a class performance. And maybe some of these sponsors that may come and watch, like Red Bull, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, any of those that are sponsoring some of these other events at the World Games.
Because it is a skill level. I mean, you have bowling that people sponsor, all these other things.
And I'm hoping that while we're down there, Nick, we can talk to some of these sponsors like Red Bull and Monster, because they will be there. And that will be our job, is to talk them into, hey, look at us. I'm going to do my best to represent the pool community as best that I can.
Yes.
And see if we can try to get something done at the World Games.
And man, just sign that person's hat, that person's T-shirt, whatever. Be that person's.
Take those selfies. Take those selfies with your fans.
Yeah, man. Make somebody smile. I mean, I see it in baseball all the time. They walk over and they're throwing catch with this little boy or whatever. Not saying that it has to be a little boy or whatever, but it just, man, that's what sports are about. Like, the fans are there for you. The fans.
It's like that winning ball.
Yeah.
Alex Paguline should have walked over to Josh Hoff and said, "Can I have this? I need this cue ball."
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just like you need those moments in the pool. Like, you need them to be like, Alex and Roberto, they're all into the fans and talking during their match. It's not like you don't want to do it all the time, but I mean, you see that you want them to be engaged, and that's just one of the things that I feel like that we're missing, is that we need more of the fans to come out, and then also don't be afraid to mingle with people that you don't know.
Right. I mean, we're all from different walks of life. I don't care if you live in a $40 million house or you live in a $10,000 house. I will sit with you if you want me to, and I will have a conversation with you, because that's the kind of person I am. I choose to be nice to everybody. I see no one is different than anybody else. So if you guys are out there and you want to take a selfie with me, just walk up and say, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" I'd be more than happy to. That's part of who I am. It's not just my job. That is me. You can ask Nick. I was sarcastic with him. I gave him a bunch of crap, and we sat down and we've been besties ever since.
It's because of the high chews. Everybody's still in my line. Alabama, get your own line.
Are You Hungry says, good job, you two. We need more class like you. We thank you so much. We thank you so much. And they also say nothing worse than when you're a fan of somebody and when you meet them, you're no longer a fan. Well, hopefully you don't have that issue with me or Mr. DeLeon, because I don't think we've ever met anybody we haven't liked.
You know, Predator tries to talk to us every event before, and they talk about hold on, guys.
Absolutely, Guido. I would be more than happy to take a photo with you, and I'm sure Mr. DeLeon would be more than happy as well. That's what we're here for. We're here to breach the
Sorry,
gap.
Guys. That was the
breach the gap in billiards, and we're trying to make sure that we're changing the way that people view us. We've been given a bad rap. We're not all degenerates. We're not all horrible people. We're people out here trying to change the way that the public views us, and we deserve the recognition that cornhole gets. Come on.
Yeah. So here's so Predator. Sorry, before I got interrupted, my wife was calling. Predator. Every time they talk to us about the players meeting and all that stuff, their one thing is they mix the Predator series up with the amateur championship, right?
Right.
You have fans that are going to go play in that amateur event just because Ocean's showing up or Kachi's showing up or Alex is showing up. But those fans can care less about playing in that tournament. They want to watch you play, right?
Right.
So they tell us, engage. And it's tough because, like, I don't know if it's like getting out of the comfort zone or what it is, but
I think for most of us, aren't we all kind of shy, Nick?
Yeah, I'll talk to anybody. I have no problem talking to people.
Well, I was in a band, so it's not like I was ever shy.
Yeah, but I've never had that issue about talking to a fan or even somebody.
I think some do. You know, like Shane with his hearing issue. I don't think he really wants to go out there and socialize a whole lot. He does, but what I'm saying is, I don't think all of us are cut out to be sociable people. So we have to learn to break out of that mentality of being shy and saying, you know what, I used to be a fan. So I know what it feels like to look up to Earl Strickland in, you know, or Rodney Morris or Nick Varner. You know, so I think more of the pool players need to try to remember what it was like for them to be kids and looking up to these players.
Yeah, you have to. You have to be able to open up, regardless if you're stuck in your little group. I get it. But they're having that, they combined us for one reason. And I'm not saying it's just to add another big event every month or whatever for Predator, but it's to help us build our fan base that we have in order to build pool. In my opinion, the pros mixed with everybody, you know, like you have to be able to mingle. And if you have somebody coming up to you, man, just take 5 minutes and talk to them, say hi. If they're going to introduce yourself back. If they ask you a couple questions, okay, they ask a couple questions. But like for the longest time, you know, don't judge the player on their previous actions, I want to say, because
you never know what that player was going through or what he was thinking.
Correct.
When you try to approach them, just like anybody else, they could have been having a bad day. Their wife could be sick. Their mother could be in the hospital. You never know what those players are going through. So always remember, just because that player is not wanting to engage at that moment, give them a little time to decompress with whatever's going on in their mind, especially if they just got off a pool table and they lost. Give them 5 minutes, guys.
Yeah, and like I hear you, you know, like the schedule changes and all their time changes and everything. You know, I get it, but you have fans coming to surround you to watch your match. They're there for one reason. They're there to watch you. They came to watch you. They got time. They could have been out eating. They could be out in Vegas doing something else. They could be playing crabs. They could be playing cards. But they chose to sit there with other 30 people to watch your match. Like, just give them some time. Whether you lose or you win, it's just they're there for you.
Right. Penguin says, I think some of the pros are on such a schedule, and then there's sometimes the fans are just ungrateful. I mean, you do have that. That does happen, that the fans just don't care that you're having a bad day. It's like, I paid $20 to get in here and you're going to talk to me. So, I mean, it just really,
I know.
We're people, we make mistakes. We can only associate with someone else on the way that we're feeling. And sometimes we come across a little harsh. Fans do it. Players do it. We're human. We have to take that in consideration when something doesn't go right. And Guido says, I need to say all pro players are people. We're all human beings. We all need 5 minutes sometimes.
Yes.
Josh Roberts.
We eat the same food. We eat the same fruit.
Josh Roberts, I met him. He was down in Louisiana at the Buffaloes event, and without missing a beat, that man I know signed 15 posters, 20 cue balls with a smile on his face, and I could see that he was exhausted, but he still engaged with the fans.
Yeah.
And it doesn't speak any more louder than that. This is what we have to do in order to change the opinions that these bigger possible sponsors have about us.
Yes.
We have to change those opinions, and we have to do that sooner than later. Our juniors are depending on us changing the way that the public views our sport, because they don't view it as a sport, they view it as a game. And that's what these world games are very important, people. They're very important to the United States this year. We have to make sure that we are on our best behavior, America, when we walk into that event in Birmingham, Alabama. I get it. It's Birmingham, Alabama. But we have to change the way people view us. We have to. And it doesn't get any better than Shane Van Boning. It does not. Representing us anyway.
Yep. That's the
and
best.
Are you are hungry? He says COVID did freak everyone out.
It did. It did for sure.
COVID did a number on us.
It's mellowing out. It's mellowing out. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting better, but it did. But also, COVID helped pull, in my opinion, that it coming back. 2022 is only getting better every month. There's something else coming out, and
it's been on fire since January.
It is. It's on fire, and it's not going to cool down. And I am so grateful for everybody that's doing everything.
So pick an event and go to it. If I'm there, walk up to me, say, "Hey, can I sit and chat with you for a little bit?" I
got some high chews. Just make sure you have high chews. You're golden. And we've been on here for over an hour, Nick. I can't believe it. I know. I think this is the longest we've been on.
But we also we need to go back and talk about this Corey Deuel thing.
Yes, we will.
We are looking for photographs of Corey Deuel. It should be like a selfie, or we're just going to kind of expand this a little bit.
Yeah, with him not knowing.
You're taking of somebody else, but Corey's in the background. He cannot know that you're taking this photograph. And then you can win apparel from Action 24/7. Yes. Submit those photographs to the link down at the bottom, autumngrusella.insidepoolmag@gmail.com. Send those photos to her.
Yes.
And the funniest one, Nick and I will vote. The funniest one will win apparel from Action 24/7.
And next week it ends on the 15th. So on the 16th, on the 16th, there will be somebody else that you will be needing pictures of and everybody will be in Vegas. So that's
get those cell phones ready.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure this said person will be there. And I kind of have a feeling I know who it's going to be.
I know who it's going to be too.
Oh my gosh. And we will have a new sponsor for our month next month, and that will be Miss Mary Tam's husband.
Heck yeah.
He has an apparel company, and they're going to sponsor Billiard Talk next month. So that'll run from the 16th to the 16th. It'll be May 16th through April 16th. And we appreciate Mary and her husband for sponsoring us next month. And I'll get in touch with her and sometime this weekend, hopefully, unless I'm in Meridian, Mississippi. I've been summoned. We'll see what happens in Meridian. I don't know yet. Anyway, is there any other information that we need to throw out there, Nick, before we call it a night?
No, I mean, it's been fantastic.
This is the longest we've talked.
Yes, and it's been great. We've covered a lot of stuff, and it's great. And then I like that everybody in the chat is active, because that's another way you get to win prize every month.
Right. I have stickers that I have to give away. From
stickers, T-shirts, sweatshirts. You don't know what it's going to be. So, you don't want to miss out.
I do mean March 16th through April 16th. I'm sorry, Penguin. You caught me.
Good catch. I did not even catch that.
No, you didn't. So, basically, I'm going to do a run through right quick. If you guys are suffering from depression or any type of addiction, there are numbers out there for anyone who's suffering right now. I suffered from depression for a long time, and it took me quite a while to get over it. Also had a runabout with the drink, and I don't do that anymore. So you guys know you're not alone. And if you need anything, get in touch with myself or Nick. Hi, Dory.
She's real. My wife is real.
But clumsy.
I'm clumsy too. Don't worry. So if you guys are ever in need of anything, and you need some of those numbers to help you, and you need somebody to talk to, contact myself or Nick DeLeon, and we'll put you in contact with somebody who can give you some support that you need if we can't do it for you. Don't ever think that you're alone, because you're never alone. Those of you that are looking forward to the next tournament, Nick and I will come out with a schedule pretty soon, and we'll be posting that on. Nick will have his schedule posted on his pool player fan page, and I will be coming out with my own fan page because I am maxed out on my peoples.
Yeah, so if you can follow me at you can look me up, Nick DeLeon, Nikon Kid. You can follow me there for all my stuff sharing. I do have a raffle going on right now as well. Oh, sorry, we can't see that, can I?
Yes,
go to my page. Huh?
Yes, you can. You can plug your raffle on your page. You can do that.
Okay. Go to my page. It's full on everything. You get a synergy shaft, Avid butt, and the new extension that we have for it.
But you have to go to Nick's page in order to play.
Yes,
right?
you have. Yes. Yes. So
you
sorry.
Stopped. I was like, am I wrong?
No. Yeah. I'm doing an awesome bundle. So you guys go check it out. Come to my page. Follow me. I share everything. that a lot of people or Matchroom shares. I just kind of give everything back to the pool world. So we just appreciate everything that you guys do, and you guys joining us on this hour and 40 minutes that we're going on. And Corby's still not in here.
We waited for you, Corby.
Man,
as long
he
as
is out.
We're
cutting him off. But we appreciate everybody that's in the chat, asking questions, engaging. We appreciate it a lot. If we don't know the answer, we will get it for you.
Absolutely. So Nick's going to plug his sponsors right quick, and I'm going to look through some stuff. I'm going to roll the videos that I did earlier today so that you guys can peek back through them. And if there are any photographs, if you guys were at the Scotty Townsend Memorial and there's some photographs you would like to have, I will have those uploaded for you by the end of the weekend. Go ahead, Nick.
All right. Rassin, of course.
That is one beautiful table and one beautiful
latest sponsor. Q-Tech. Been with me since the beginning of this thing, and I appreciate them so much. They're doing so much for me, and they're always willing to help me in any way possible. I can't forget my amazing wife and family for the support that they give me to do what I love to do. And it's all showing, it's all coming together, and I appreciate her so much. One Pocket, One PKT, look them up. One Pocket Apparel, they're doing big things. Melina Mike and Joey Ryan have a battle going out. Who's going to win the bundle? So just hurry up and go after Joey Ryan's and not Melina Mike's, because he probably already has enough. So, Pool Player Podcast, Joey Ryan again. Reach out to him and let me know how he's doing, whatnot. He has all new videos coming out. He just has the latest one. I forgot the guy's name, but it's about One Pocket. Go check it out. If you love the game, you're going to want to watch the interview. Mike Gwynn, Realty One Group, look him up. If you want to know anything about houses, any questions, the guy is so awesome to talk to. He knows all the ins and outs for you. Look him up. Mike Gwynn, Realty One Group. Inside Pool Magazine, of course, for everything that you guys do for us and letting us come on here every week and making this happen for us. We appreciate it. We love giving out all the info that we have in the billiards industry and whatever we can do for you guys. Digital Pool. Go like their page. They're on almost every tournament, sharing live feeds and brackets and everything. Isaac and he's doing great things with it. Bigger things are coming. They're going to do some stuff with Matchroom, is what I heard. Just a rumor. Also, Tom Billiards, the chalk, the break tips, jump tips. You guys, best stuff. Check them out. They're good. Wrong side. That was backwards.
That's the reason I put the sticker here so I can see
Where
it.
am I? Where am I?
Nick's probably going, why did she put a sticker on her? Why didn't she just wear the jersey? Because it's 100 degrees here.
I appreciate all you guys so much. The fans is where it's at. So I appreciate all my fans. And whatever I can do for you guys have any questions, my case is always open to you guys. That's my number one saying, is that whenever I'm out, you guys want to try out some stuff, you guys want to check out my case, you guys want to check out whatever I have, come talk to me. I'm the easiest guy to talk to. I'll sit there with you for hours if I can, if I don't have another match or anything going on with my family. But really, just come and chit chat with me. I'm really open. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, remember, Oklahoma Open is going strong right now in Tulsa. Check out Deep Pockets. If you're in the area, go buy Deep Pockets and say, hi, Bruce. Tracy sent me over here to aggravate you. That's the Oklahoma Open. If you guys can't make it over there, Sully Vision TV is doing the streaming, so go check it out. That it's not expensive, guys, and it'll be put on a loop. You can watch it later. That's Sully Vision TV, the Oklahoma Open. If you are in the Florida area, they have the Triple Crown going on. Omega Billiards is on fire, guys. Omega Billiards is the one taking care of those people down in Florida. So if you cannot make it down to Zingles, check out omegabilliards.com for that live stream. Omega Billiards, that's where it's at. Okay, guys, this little diva is sponsored by Enterprise Car Rentals. If you guys are needing a safe ride to get you from one place to another, come on. Gas is expensive right now. Might as well pay up front for the gas before it goes up 20, 30, 40 cents. So check out enterprise.com, I believe it's called, or you can go right to our page. On Inside Pool Magazine, there is a tiny little box there that says Enterprise. If you click on it, it'll give you 10% off your car rental. Also, we are being sponsored by Action 24/7. Action 24/7 is what kept this diva on the road for this past month. And they're also providing free apparel to one amazing winner if you can provide us with a photo of yourself or your friend and Corey Doole's hanging out in the background somewhere, picking his nose, brushing his hair out of his face, scratching his beard, whatever he's doing. We need said photo. And listen, guys, we are not just picking on Corey. We are going to provide him with a free meal.
Yes.
Courtesy of Inside Pool and Tracy and Nick, obviously.
Yep.
Because we decided to torture Corey.
Yeah.
So, make sure if you guys get the opportunity to send those photographs in, they can be old photographs. You know, it doesn't have to be a recent one. It could be one from 20 years ago that he's in the background. We don't care. We just need a photo.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick it. The closing date, one more time, is March the 15th.
15th.
We will draw on the 16th, and we will provide the photo and the person who won on next week's broadcast.
And
and we'll also come up with a new person to annoy.
You don't want to miss out.
So we appreciate you guys joining us tonight. And I know we went over our normal hour mark, but apparently we had a whole lot to say, and we want to try to cover it all. You got to know a little bit about Nick and a little bit more about the Diva. Now you know she's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So you guys, if you're having some problems and you are having difficulty trying to get your life together, know that you're not alone.
No.
All of us have gone through it. And if you need somebody to talk to, and it's not something that Nick or myself can help you with, we will provide you with the information that you need, and we'll try to get you guys some help. So
yes, indeed.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys talking to us tonight and hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same
Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys a lot.
All right, I'm gonna roll those videos for you guys. I'm gonna start with our video of the Scotty Townsend, and I'll roll both of those, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Good night.